Hi friends, and welcome back to the channel. So today's video is going to be a very exceptional video. Now on this video, what I'm going to show you is a skeleton of a basic bodice that you can use to draft any type of corset at all. Any corset, be it bustier, be it normal corset, this is what you're going to be using. I actually took time to do this because I might not be doing this at the beginning of my videos anymore. So that's why I had to do this for you guys in a very special way, because it's only when the reason I'm going to be doing this again on my video is when it's an exceptional video. Okay, all right, so let's get into the video. So first of all, like you're already seeing me doing, we are going to start like normal basic bodice, the way we are marking out. So what we're marking out here now is the shoulder line. So now from that shoulder line, now I'm going to mark down to my bust point, which is 10 inches. Now from there again, I'm going to be marking down to my under bust, which is 13 inches. Now from this point now, I'm going to be marking down to the length of this blouse. So the length at which you want your corset or your bustier to stop, that's where you're going to be marking out to now. So for me now, this is what I am marking out. But now here is the thing, for some people, for some corsets might need a waist measurement, while some might not need waist measurement. So the next thing now, I'm gonna head to roll the lines together. And now this point how is my bust line. So I'm just going ahead now to just label it out. So this is the bust, this is the waistline, and this is the length of the blouse. So like I said earlier, some bustiers or some corset top might literally require you to mark out your waistline. It all depends on the style before you can now go ahead to mark out the length of the top. So now this is what you're going to do. So I'm still going to go ahead now to insert the waist area, since you are drafting a skeleton for either a corset or a bustier. So I'm just going to go ahead to insert that here. So from my shoulder now to my waistline is 16 inches. So I'm going to go ahead now to mark out the 16 inches here. All right, I'm just doing this just in case you have a style that requires you to insert the waistline. So that's what I'm going to do here. Now once I'm done, I'm going to go ahead to change the length. That I'm going to go ahead to take the length further down a bit. So this now is the waistline. So I'm going to go ahead to recreate a new length for this. Then I'm going to go ahead to take these parts off. So I'm going ahead to clean the other one out. So now this other line here now serves as the new length of the blouse. All right, so let's move ahead. The next thing to do is to come over to the neckline. And on the neckline here, on the shoulder line, we're going to be jotting out the neckline. So I'm using the normal basic measurement, which is 3 inches by 3 inches. Now I'm going to go ahead to connect these lines together. The next thing I'm going to be doing here is to mark out or divide my shoulder measurement by 2. So I'm going to be having 7.5 inches. Then I'm going to mark that out there. Now I'm going to be coming down here by 1 inch. Coming over to my bust point now, I'm also going to be marking down that 7.5 inches. Then from that point, I'm going to be going up by 1 inch. Now I'm going to be connecting these two lines together with my ruler. The next thing you're going to do is to come over to the shoulder line here. Then you're going to draw from that point back to the neckline, which will now form our shoulder slope. So what you're going to do next now is to go ahead to mark out a line here down to that armhole line, which will now form our chest line. So now let's come over to the center front. So on the center front now, we're going to divide our bust pan by 2. That's our nipple to nipple measurement by 2. So mine was 8 inches, and dividing it by 2, I have 4. So that 4 inches is now what I'm going to be using to mark out on the bust, waistline, and the length line. And now with my ruler, I'm going to go ahead to connect them together in a straight line. The next thing is to find the midpoint at the armhole depth. So right now I'm going to fold my tape into 2 like this as usual. Then I'm going to go ahead to mark this point here. Now this point now forms the center of that line. Now from the center of the line, I'm going to come in by ½ inch. Now this is going to serve as a guiding point in which we are going to go ahead to roll our front armhole curve. Now on the chest line, you're going to mark 1.5 inches here. Now connect these dots down to that 1.5 inches dots on the chest line. So these two dots here is very, very important, especially for people who do not have the curve ruler. So if you're using your free hand, it's really going to help. So please use your marker, your pencil first before you can then use a marker. They also connect the other line, the very first line on the armhole depth. Just connect it down to that 1.5 inches there. So with this now, the first one saves as the front armhole curve, while the second one saves as the armhole curve for the back. So the reason why I inserted those armhole curves is because there are some corsets or there are some bustier that will actually require you to use the yoke on top. So with that yoke now, you definitely need the armhole curve for it. So guys, with this now, you can literally draft any corset or any bustier pattern, any bustier style that you want from this. Be it a bustier, be it a corset, be it anything at all. You can literally draft whatever it is you want from this. Okay, so like I said, most of the corsets or most of the bustier pattern or styles literally need the waist, while some don't. So as you can see on the screen, I'm actually displaying some pictures for you to see so you can know which one is which. And also, even if you want to draft a corset that has a shoulder that's from your shoulder down to where the bust is, with this very pattern, you can always draft out that bustier or that corset. And also any other bustier or any other corset of your choice. And also, in adding the reason why I haven't added any of my horizontal measurements is because different corsets have different darts. So until when you end up placing those darts on the right position before, then you can now go ahead to insert your different horizontal measurements. Okay, so that's just it. So with this now, the front skeleton pattern for a corset is ready. So just go ahead and then make use of this. So moving over to the back, we are going to be drafting the back pattern the same way we draft the normal back pattern for a normal basic bodice. So I'm just going to place these on top of this other one here. So I'm just going to go ahead to mark out 1.5 inches towards the other side, which will now serve as our zip allowance. So the 1.5 inches here is very, very important. So for those people who would literally want to use zip for their own corset, you are definitely going to need this 1.5 inches. And also for people who would want to use rope behind the corset, definitely you would know how to manipulate these other parts, but make sure that the 1.5 inches is literally present. So now we are just going to go ahead to transfer these markings to the back part. Now the line I'm transferring here is the chest line. First of all, I'm transferring the chest line here. I'm also transferring the under bust line, the waistline, and also the length. The reason why I'm transferring the under bust line is because I actually need for most of the corsets, I actually need it to cinch in very well. So that's why I need the under bust markings out there. So I'm also transferring the rest to the other side. Now with this now, I'm going to go ahead to roll all these lines and connect them together. So I've gone ahead to also label the lines after drawing them out. Now we are going to be replacing our nipple to nipple measurements. So right now, I'm going to starting all the measurements from that line that we drew, the 1.5 inches line. Now we are going to go ahead to connect the lines together, the dots together. Now once you are done, this is what you're going to do. You're going to go ahead to cut this out. And we are cutting out only the parts for the back. Okay, that's only the armhole for the back. That's what you are cutting now, because we're going to be using this to trace out on the back pattern. So now for the neckline for the back, we didn't actually mark that out, so that's what I'm marking out here. So from the beginning part, we're going to be coming down by 1 inch. Now from the 3 inches that we marked already, we are going to be connecting it back to that line, that point. Now we are going to go ahead to cut this out. So this will now serve as the neckline for the back. We're also going to go ahead to cut out the shoulder. Now I'm going to go ahead to place this, and remember, please, it should literally align. It should be on the 1.5 inches line that we marked. So it should definitely align. Now after doing that, we're going to go ahead to trace out the neckline properly. You can use your pencil for this if you're not really good with doing this perfectly. So use your pencil first of all before you can then go ahead to use your marker. So you're going to also trace out the shoulder line and also trace out the armhole curve. So in tracing this out now, it's going to be very much easier for us. So as you can see now, it's coming out very nice. So coming down to the center front of the front pattern, I'm just going to write here fold, because I'm just going to indicate that means the front part is supposed to be on fold. Now this is the front and this is the back. So once that is done, I'm going to go ahead to cut out every single part that I didn't cut out in the front pattern. That's the part that we left outside we can use to cut out the back pattern. I'm going to go ahead to cut them out now. So coming down to the back now, we are going to go ahead to draft out this part, okay? So we want to do this to help our corset avoid bulging at the back. So we're going to come down to the waistline. Now on the waistline, I'm going to be marking half inch inward here. Now I'm going to be connecting this half inch to the top and also to the down part of this pattern. So just watch how I am doing this. So as you can see, I'm drawing the line back to the neck of the pattern. So that means it's finishing off at the original line. Now on this point here, I'm still going to be coming out by half inch again at this point. Now I'm going to be coming up here to the neckline, and I'm also going to be marking out half inch on top here. Sorry, 1 inch here. I'm also going to be marking 1 inch here. Also on that waistline, I marked the half inches there. So right now I'm going to be connecting this point back to that 1 inch on top of the neckline. So that's what I'm doing. So at this point now, this now becomes our new back line. So I'm going to go ahead to take away this line. So we don't need this line anymore. So this is now our new zipper allowance for the back. And you're going to go ahead to cut out that excess from the back. So that is it, guys. So with this now, you can use this very pattern to draft out any corset of your choice, be it a bustier like I said before, or be it a corset, any corset at all, be it ripper corset or be it normal corset with the cup, whatever it is. This now is really going to help you do that. So like I said, I actually did this video because I might not end up doing this at the beginning parts of my videos. So you might just be seeing this pattern. That's why I actually made this, so you can go ahead to watch this and then follow how I did this. So please don't forget, if you're cutting this out, end up attaching half inch seam allowance on the shoulder, so you can have what to use and then sew them together. So that is it for this video, guys. Please share this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed yet, and let me know your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think about this video? Was it okay?